All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. I was going to do a video on this oil return line on this M2 Freightliner low mount turbo, but everybody's talking about the shortage of technicians and everybody's complaining about how nobody wants to work. Well, it's because nobody wants to pay. You work at a dealer that says they're going to pay you $40 an hour, but that's flat rate. So, for example, you get a truck that comes in, you need to diagnose it, you go ahead and diagnose it, which means you hook up the scanner, you get the code, you go to the service writer, and you ask for a little bit more time to do some troubleshooting. After that, you go back to the service writer and you recommend the repair or you ask for more time. Well, that could be, at least 2 hours. But what will happen is the dealer will charge the customer 3 or 4 hours, which you're only going to get credit for, if you're lucky, 2 hours. But most times they only give you 1 hour. That's just an example of how the dealership work against the technicians. Now, we also have the dealerships where a lot of technicians just get real cruel and they just slap things together, aka poor workmanship, repeat comebacks. But in the big trucks, a lot of people don't care because most trucks, when they leave your shop, they're going to be 200, 300, 500 miles down the road and you don't ever see it again. So it's a dog eat dog business as far as this whole deal with technicians. There's a reason why, they're short about 40%, and it's getting worse because the flat rate at most dealerships right now is about $200, and the pay scale is still what it was in 1998, which is the entry level tech. All right, guys, right here we're going to talk about this tube. It goes pushed into the block, and you can tell you have to be careful because you don't want to damage the accordion or the bellows. It does get a little bit wider right here, so pulling it out, no big thing. You just put a pry bar under here, pull it out. But going back in, even though you lubricate the oil rings, it's kind of a bit of a tight fit, and you have to be careful because you can crush this or you can kink it and crack it. So what I do, let me see if I can do this with one hand. Let's see if I can show you guys. Let me position this. So what I did is we go ahead and we get a wrench. This one right here is an 18 millimeter, and then we come from above with an extension, and we just push it in. We tap it in with a hammer into the block till it becomes fully seated, and it will seat itself. So there's a tech tip for the day. It was about $24 an hour for entry-level technician. More advanced technician was about $28, and a high-skilled technician was maybe about $35 to $40 an hour, and this was 1998, before emissions, before regen, before SCR, before automatic transmissions, before chassis noid, and other complicated items. So definitely the tech shortage will continue, and I don't see an end in sight for that problem. Okay, enough of the venting and ranting. Let's get to a new product. Here we have a snap-on thread tire depth gauge. What I like about this gauge, it is very clear. It is easy for anyone to see. And best of all, you can take a picture with your cell phone on the tire, send it to the customer, or send it to the service writer or whoever. And not only that, you have good documentation of worn tires or tires that are out of spec. And, it covers your butt. So technicians, if you work for a dealership or a fleet where you do a lot of tire checking, I think this tire gauge is just an absolute good item to buy. I think it costs like $33, not bad at all. Being a snap-on, it feels kind of sturdy. Yes, you do have the other pencil one that measures in 30 seconds, but a lot of times you get it into this. Is it 4 30 seconds? Is it 3 30 seconds? Is it 2.5 30 seconds? Right here, it's cut and dry. Thanks for watching.